MSB here, and today I'm making a short video to show off the new chest opening UI for Hex's new set 3, Armies of Myth. Now, before Armies of Myth, everybody had been collecting tons of chests, and opening chests was always something that was super exciting, and everyone has been waiting with bated breath to be able to crack open these things, and, well, that day is finally here. What I'll be doing is opening up 2 of each kind of chest that I have, including some primal chests. Unfortunately, none for set 3 as of yet, but that'll show off the new UI, and it'll also let you see what sort of things you can get from opening chests. So let's get started. Now, just so you're aware, these videos are much shorter, much lower on the production scale. They're going to be combined at the end of this series and rolled into a new player guide that shows off all of the things that a new player can expect. You know, it shows an account collection on multiple levels. It shows all the different things that you can buy, sell, trade, find, everything. And one of the reasons, of course, why Hex is just such a great game. So let's go ahead and open up our first chest. I love the lighting on this. It's so slick. Okay, piece of equipment, air shoe. Your superiorities have 3, target troop you control gains flight this turn. That's neat. Okay. I mean, you probably, if you're running air superiority, you probably wouldn't need that, but still neat nonetheless. Okay, and now we will open our second Shards of Fate common chest. So pretty. Let's see. What do we get? Piece of equipment. Iron Root gloves. Gloomhaven witches at the start of your turn gain 1 health for each other witch you control. That's neat. It's neat that it's a recurrent effect. This is one of the greatest parts about Hex, and I'll talk more about equipment in its own video. But just the fact that every card, I think every card is going to have at least 1 piece of equipment. Well, maybe some cards won't have any common cards, but almost every card will have either 1 or 2 pieces of gear, and that just changes the card in PvE, which is not something you see in any other game. It's crazy, crazy good. And adds just a really interesting level to Hex. So let's go ahead and continue the Shards of Hex openings with 2 uncommons. Okay. Let's see. Oh, green. Ooh, the claw. Helm of the Fanged Brood. This deals damage to target troop equals to the number of spider spawn created this way. That's neat. Target troop. Okay, it's target troop, not target champion. It's a little bit less neat, but still cool nonetheless, if you're going to run that. Okay, and no spin, uncommon. I mentioned in my previous rolling video, but do not open a chest that hasn't been rolled. A roll on a chest will always be worth something to someone. I'm sure you could advertise in trade that you've got these unrolled chests and you're looking to trade them for rolled chests plus something, a card, some gold, some platinum, something. So it's going to be worth something to roll these chests because people will want to get the like sleeves from the Wheels of Fate. So don't just open them. Be sure you roll them or trade them for rolled chests. Public service announcement. Okay, Horned Helm. Oh my gosh, 8 cost. Irradiation Salvations instead have put target troop from graveyard into play under your control. What is it? Put target troop from graveyard into play, and then it gets +5/+5 from a graveyard. Instead of your graveyard, it's from a graveyard. So you can grab like a crazy boss troop, which would be insane. Okay, so that's the uncommons. Let's move up to rares. Oop, that I almost rolled my roll. I almost rolled a spin chest. Here we go. Okay, so no spin, rare chest. Now let's moving up the rarity. Let's see what we get. Blue, very nice. Okay, Chasing Unseen. When this troop's pet dies, this gets +2/+2. That's sick. That is sick. And a lot of these are meant to be sort of like beginner equipment. You know, beginner cards, beginner equipment. You know, somebody who has all the cards may not ever use a sure shot, whatever it was. But there are people who, you know, that's what they've got. They manage to get a couple of those, and then they get that piece of equipment. It's like, whoa, my power level is over 9,000. Well, you know, anyway. Okay, let's see. Second rare, Shards of Fate. And we get, Prowling Slippers for the for the most ignored Shadowblade Lurker. And they have speed. Okay, click, click. Not every piece of equipment can be fantastic. I mean, let's be honest. Okay, so let's see what we got here. Now we're going to move up to legendary chests. Now we're getting into some serious jingle to get one of these. So we'll open up 2 Shards of Fate. Red. 2 Shards of Fate. Legendary chests. Ooh, okay, so you get a card, Horrific Poltergeist. That's awesome art. This can't block. When this dies, void it. Then a random opposing troop gets death sentence. When an opposing troop with death sentence died, if this is in the void, put it into play. That is neat. Then, okay, when this dies, void it. Random opposing troop gets death sentence. If you kill it, this guy comes back. And then it puts another death sentence on. That's neat. Okay, Gauntlets of Courage for Lord Alexander. This is legit. Prevent all damage that we dealt to Lord Alexander the Courageous by troops blocking him. Whoa! That's not too bad. I mean, I wouldn't build a deck around it, but that's a neat piece of legendary equipment. Okay, so that was the first legendary chest. So now let's do our second no spin legendary chest. Here we go. Let's see what we get. Okay. We get alternate art Crash of Beasts. That's awesome. Okay. And then a Pact of Pain equipment. Your Pact of Pain has discard, lose 2 health, draw 2 cards, or discard and gain 5 health. That's actually really good because that lets you, if you if you end up drawing more than 1 Pact of Pain, it makes the second one not a dead card, because then you can discard it and draw 2 cards instead of paying the cost, or you can discard it and gain 5 health to start fueling the one that's still in play. So I like that. Barbed Curious. Curious. Whatever you'd like to call it. Okay, so that was the 2 Shards of Fate legendary chests. Now let's move up to the primal chests. Okay, I've got 2 of these bad boys to open. Look at that, primal. Primal is crazy. Primal is the highest that you can get, and you can only get it by rolling a chest in the Wheels of Fate. So you have to get a double upgrade for a rare chest, or you'd have to get a single upgrade for a legendary chest. Very hard, requires a lot of money. Let's open it up and see what we get. Gold. And Alchemy Lab. Target troop gets one of the following at random. +1, +2, +3, +4, +5, or -10 defense, or it kills them. That is neat. Scourge Crag Witch. When this deals combat damage, it's a minor gem. Deplete that champion's resource points. You gain 1/0 for each resource point you deplete this way. That's neat. So it's like it siphons off their unused resources. I like that. Body Tank. Your search mechanism has 10. Sacrifice this. Take an additional turn after this one. Well, hey, if you're gonna play search mechanisms, you ramp up and then you pop that off. That's neat. Okay, Body Tank. Okay, so we've got one more primal chest. Let's see what we got here. Okay, here we go. Primal chest, no spin. Come on, sleeves. There are unique sleeves in these chests. So let's see. Whoa, that's a lot of equipment, a lot of rare equipment. Okay, there's Barbed Curious, which we've already seen. Warm Spellbox. Create a random Ruby Ranger and put it into play. That's good. When this attacks, it deals 1 damage to a random opposing champion or troop. That's actually nice. That's a nice one. Rampaging Tarrasques. When this dies, you may pay 8 health. If you do, put it back into your hand. Ooh, that's pretty devastating. You can just bring it back and kill. As long as you don't die, of course. So neat! Okay, so now we're going to move on to the next set, which is set 2, Shattered Destiny. So we'll start with our Shattered Destiny spins on common, or not spins, chests. Common chests for Shattered Destiny. And let's see what we get. Alternate art of Constantina. That's neat. That's a rare card. See, that's legitimate. See, it's a common chest which just gave a rare set 2 a set 2 rare, which is an alternate art. An alternate art is always going to be valuable, so that's a really good value for a common chest. That is excellent value. Okay, so here, let's open up one more of these. So now you see sort of like the far end, how good it can be. And let's see what else we got. Okay, Shadow Gloves for the Darkspire Tyrant. Centered play, target troop you control with Darkspire in his name gets +1/+1. Okay. You know, you can obviously, you know, pump out a couple of Darkspires, but normally Darkspires aren't about pumping up. You know, it's more about the multiple rolls or the multiple effects. Okay, now it's time for the uncommon shards, Shattered Destiny chests. Let's see. Fragment of Memory. Socketed troops you control at +1/+1. That could be a neat little deck to build around. You know, put in all sharded troops, make it a 5 shard deck. That could be very good, actually. You could maybe get some very quick kills. Okay. Next uncommon. Let's see. Green is my favorite color. Looks awesome. Okay, here we go. Boots of Autumn. When a dangerous beast enters play, gain a charge. Okay. Maybe pair that with like a really cheap charge power, and so they just keep pumping these out. You know, maybe like 2 2s, and they just keep pumping them out. That could be a good one. Okay, and now we're moving up to the rares for Shattered Destiny. Open it up, and let's see. Meteorite Grips. Ooh, Rain of Meteors. Deal X damage to target opposing troop. Bury all troops from the top X cards of that troop's controller's deck. That is crazy. Deal X damage to up to 2 target opposing troops. Oh my gosh! Okay, so if you play Rain of Meteors, you must have the Meteorite Grips, because moving from 1 deal X damage to 1 troop to doubling that, deal X damage to up to 2 target troops. Oh, well, sorry, it's not the same. Sorry, it's not doubling the effect. It's allowing you to split 2 and 2. That is neat. I like that. Okay, so maybe not as good as I initially thought. Oh my gosh, it's crazy. Never mind, it's actually okay. But no, that's a neat one. I like that. And I haven't seen where Rain of Meteors drops. Maybe that's from a chest. Okay, here's our second rare. Okay. Ooh, that's a mercenary. Mercenaries aren't yet enabled, but that's another piece of the collectible puzzle in Hex. Is you've got mercenaries, which you can build a deck around, and then that can be sort of like a one-shot deck that you use in PvE. Really neat. So I just got the rare mercenary from the chest rewards. That's awesome. He looks like a minotaur, I think. Let's say that. Yes. Neat. Excellent. Okay. Well, that was worth. So now we'll move up to the legendary chests for Shattered Destiny. So we've got 2 legendary chests to open for Shattered Destiny. Mim's Staff. Oh, that's a neat card. When this deals combat damage to an opposing champion, put a random action from your deck into your hand. Okay, that's cool. And for Tianos. Tianos is an awesome card. Each of the cards named Tianos have 3 play target card voided by Tianos for free. Okay, that's a bit of a win more piece of equipment, but still neat. I like that. Okay, and now for the second legendary. Oh my gosh, I almost did it. Stash. I almost did the paid spin. I'm gonna have to look back at the footage. Okay, no, that's fine. I had 2, and now I have 1. So no, I have not opened a non-spun chest as of yet. As far as I'm aware, everything's still okay. Okay, let's see what we get. Okay. Oh, alternate art Darkspire Tyrant. That is awesome. That is a good looking card. And playable too, especially in PvE. Very playable in PvE. Okay, and Vengeance of the Ancient Kings. Neat. Obviously, Verdict of the Ancient Kings is a sapphire, and what is this? When this enters play, void all troops in your graveyard. A spirit counter this for each troop. Start your turn, remove a spirit counter from this, create a Vengeful Spirit. 1 cost 2/1 with Swift Strike while attacking. Okay, that's legit. There are 0 spirit counter sacrifice. Okay, that's alright. that is okay. I think this is much more impressive opening. Much more impressive. I love that Darkspire alternate art. Very nice. Okay, now I only have one primal for Shattered Destiny, and spoiler alert, I don't have any primal chests for the newest Armies of Myth set, so apologies. But we'll go through this primal and see what we get. Okay, here we go. What do I get? I get 3 items. Ooh, the Dingler King! Okay, I'm kinda freaking out a little bit. I think that is the most amazing thing ever. The Dingler King Mercenary. I cannot imagine any time that I would not bring the Dingler King with me into a dungeon. That is just amazing. Okay. Oh, Tome of the Warden for Zakir. Start of your turn, create 2 random powers of Zakir cards and put them in your hand. This is sick. Tome of the Warden, super good. Much better than the Shard of Tianost. No offense, Tianost, but, you know, Zakir is much more playable than you are. And this makes it crazy in PvE. 2 random powers of Zakir, that is nice. And the Dingler King, so good. I cannot wait to make the Dingler King Mercenary deck. This is going to be so good. Okay, so now let's go ahead and move over to the Armies of Myth chests. Starting, of course, with 2 commons, so we can see what sort of things we get from there. Okay, Scout's Headband, Rogue Allegiance. When this enters play, destroy target tracking troop. That's neat. So it's a 3-cost repel when you have another rogue. Okay, so basically you're paying 1 for a 2/2 that also gives +2 defense. This could be a pretty sick combat trick. This could be a very well costed combat trick, because you're playing it for 3, you kill something that's attacking, you favorably you block and kill something else with another improved defense troop. Or this, because it can be target troop gets +2 this turn, and so you can target itself, I think. And then you gain 2 health. So that is very good. If you're going to run that troop in PvE, you would absolutely run that card, because that is nice. Okay. And for the second Armies of Myth common chest, we get Egg Blight Afflictor. When this deals damage to a opposing champion, create spider egg for each damage dealt and put them into that champion's deck. Okay, this is really good if you can get this guy striking in with a champion like Benoshi, where you pump up his power, or one of those shift cards like that Warlock of Etir, or whatever it is, that lets you shift +2/+2. You could throw in a ton of eggs with that. Neat. Okay, so that is the commons. Now we will take a look at 2 uncommons. Open that up. And let's see. Oh, green! Looks so good! Okay, Swift Slicer. Deadeye Slicer. When this dies, necrotic you control gets Swift Strike. Okay. Obviously I don't have an automatic recollection of all necrotic. They're in set 3, but that's okay. That is an okay piece of equipment, I suppose. Nothing that I would build around. That's just sort of like one of those, okay, well, I'm building this kind of deck. I've got this slot open. Let's go ahead and open it up, or put it in, or it's, of course, one for players that don't have a lot of cards. Ooh. Okay, rare equipment. Defilers of the Fallen instead have, when a power is shifted onto a troop you control, it gets unblockable and 2 power this turn. Whoa! Okay, this has serious combo potential written all over it. When a power is shifted onto a troop you control, it gets unblockable in Diamond and Blood. And it's a 4-cost 3/3, so that's it. So it's a slightly expensive body, requiring the 2 shards. And +2. Okay, so never mind. So the base card gives it unblockable. The mask also gives it +2, which could be great for like life drain decks. That could be really good. you could get some really nice things off of that. So not too bad, not too bad. Okay, so now we'll move to the 2 rare chests for Armies of Myth. And let's see what we get from these. Gauntlets of Dusk. Demon of Dusts. Demon of Dusk. Once per turn, 0 create a Celestial Dawn for each opposing champion and put it into their decks. Then each champion draws a card. I can't click on Celestial Dawn. I can't remember what that is. Okay. Once per turn, start of each opposing champion's turn. Celestial Dawn. Let's see what the difference is. Then each champion draws a card. Okay, so then it also makes both champions draw a card. So you're forcing them to pull that Celestial Dawn faster and faster. Or just give yourself, you know, it's kind of like a Psychotic Anarchist. You know, if we both draw cards and my deck is better geared for that, then, you know, I get more advantage from it. Okay, and now rare chest number 2 for Armies of Myth. Let's see what we get. And the Chisel of the Necropolis. We play a necrotic, ready this. Okay. That could be neat. I'm sure there'd be some combos with that. Obviously the 6 cost is a bit prohibitive, you know, unless you've got some kind of crazy ramp. But still neat. Okay, now we've got our last chest that we are going to open today is... I rolled 2, didn't I? Or was that 1? Oh heck, let's just do a second. Or a third, maybe, I don't know. So we'll do one more, because I can't remember. I'm sure I'll kick myself when I look back at this video, but hey, I don't think anyone really go against having another chest opened if you made it this far. Guru of the Wounded Petal. 1 cost for 3. Play only if 2 more troops enter play. Start of your turn if this is in your hand. And all the cards in your hand are named Guru of the Wounded Petal. Create a Battle Hopper and put it into your hand. Okay, so this helps give you more gas, because what you'd hope for is, let's say you've hand puked and your hand is out, and play this only if 2 or more troops. Okay, no, let's say you've top decked this. So you top deck this, and then you get a Battle Hopper, which immediately comes into your hand on the next turn, and then you draw and you hope to get more gas, and then you can play it out the following turn instead of having to wait 3 turns and then play. You can wait 2 turns and then play. So that's neat. Okay. Very nice. Now we'll go to our last chest, which is the Armies of Myth Legendary Chest. So let's see what this bad boy has. Okay. And it is Locket of Creation. Oh, this is neat for a Pupil of Creation. Instead have for 8. With all creation counters, reveal cards from the top of your deck equal to 2 times the number of creation counters. Move this way. Play revealed troops for free. Is that different? I can't read what it normally costs. But this basically doubles that. That can be really neat. And then another Swift Slicer. So that's a neat, this legendary equipment, likely only able to get it from these chests. So that's really nice if you're going to make a deck around some crazy Eye of Creation, Pupil of Creation, Titania's Might sort of decks. Excellent. Well, we'll just throw a chest in here just to have it occupy the UI. As I've mentioned in my other videos, or if this is the first one that you've seen, I'm collecting all of these shorter, non-high production value videos into a single massive video once I've finalized all of these shorter ones, and I'll be wrapping them all up into one big comprehensive guide to all the things that a new player can buy, sell, trade, collect, find, everything. Everything that you can get out of an account in Hex, and why it makes Hex such an amazing game. We've been waiting for opening chests forever, and it's just great, absolutely great to finally have it in hand. So thank you for watching. If you haven't already, please take the time to subscribe. And as always, I'm MSB, wishing you good games and good times.